Hey guys, it's Sonia from Jug Monkey Paint Company. Hello to everybody who's joining me live today because I've got a project right here. I'm going to put the camera down in just a second so that you can see it. It was a wonderful surprise. I came back to the shop on Monday morning. You guys know I spent pretty much the last 2 weeks out of the country and came back and there was like this welcome home gift for me laying outside my door. You know me, can't refuse a good junkin' gift. Hello. This is why I go home sometimes and I just find things like in my driveway because my neighbors all know, give it to Sonia. She'll paint anything, right? Hey Linda, how are ya? So anyway, we're gonna paint a piece today and I titled this post, I said, you know what, jazz up your kitchen, like just paint something, okay? And a lot of the times it can come, you know, with painting the walls and doing that sort of thing. You guys know it's all cool to paint cabinets, hello, hello. But you know what, you can also do smaller changes, and so it doesn't have to be a big old project. You know, who's with me? Sometimes you just change one thing in your space and it just gives you your perception changes, your feeling about the room changes. Just sometimes changing furniture around makes you feel differently inside. You know what I'm saying? Hey Lisa, hey Wendy, how are you? Hey Beverly. So today I want to encourage you to take a look. Kimberly, how are you, top fan girl? I want you to take a look at what's on your kitchen counter and go, could I paint this? Because I guarantee you, if you have something like this on your counter and you just want things that feel kind of fresh, this is going to be a great overhaul for these little things that you can do, all right? Hello, Chris, how are ya? So yes, and hello, Marie. Guys, I would love it if you would tell me where you guys are watching from. I kid you not, I love to read the comments when I'm done with the live, so if I miss comments, I go back later to read them, and I love just seeing where you guys are all watching from. And it's just amazing how it's all over. It's so cool, right? All right, and today we will do a giveaway as well. Kate is manning the chat with me today. Everybody say hello to Kate, my right-hand girl here at the shop. And she's going to pick a winner today, so you guys can all suck up to her, okay? Tell her how awesome she looks today. Her hair is gorgeous. So anyway, we'll do that at the very end for $20 in what we call around these parts banana bucks that somebody can use online at junkmonkeypaint.com. And you can use that 20 bucks to snag yourself something over there that you need to add to your paint stash. All right, sound good? St. Augustine, Florida, so cool. Marlene's always painting something. She's my kind of gal. All right, so we're gonna go get going here. But yeah, just make sure the person whose name I holler at the end of this video, hello, meet Mr. Breadbox, that you, if your name is hollered, that you make sure you message us at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com by midnight tonight with winner, winner, chicken dinner. Or maybe if you can fit that all in the subject line, just take winner, winner, okay? And I will email you back a code so you guys can try and have some fun with Junk Monkey Paint. All right, sound good? Hello from Ohio. Linda, what you doing, girl? All right, oh, I forgot to take my before photo. All right, I'm gonna hold this up right now, okay? Good before photo, okay? You guys know I've been blogging. If you go to junkmonkeypaint.com, click blogs, and all my projects, I've been turning them into like with all the supply lists and things like that you guys will ask me for. So we've got our before photo. I'll stand back. Gorgeous. Brownie frowny. But guess what color we're going to go with this? So it could be any color you want. But I'm just seeing this in how rustic it is. I love me brownie frowny, but I love it under paint. I love it to pop through my paint and really just add to give me that really distressed, time-worn look. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna use, I'm telling you, I was even thinking about like sunshine yellow, some crazy color like that. But in the end, I decided to pull out my red apple. And I'm really thinking that this sort of style will go really nice with this color, but it could be any color under the sun. So all you have to do is just get your piece ready. So it's funny, there was dried leaves in this because it sat outside before I came and got it. So just know, all you have to do is just use some crud cutter, Krudkutter, to clean your piece, and then that way it'll get rid of anything. Like for me, this sat outside, so it rained for a little bit and it had like dirt stuck on the side of it. So I just, crud cuttered it over, sprayed it down, used my rag, and just, that's all I had to do. You never want to use anything oily when you're cleaning a piece of furniture as you're getting ready to paint it, because you never want to use something that's going to resist your paint, right? And oils, think like water and oil don't mix, right? So this is, I'm going to pull this out because I have it close by. This is the crud cutter. Screenshot it if you want. But if you ever want to know my favorite painter tools, head over to junkmonkeypaint.com and click at the top in the menu section, there is a page called Sonia's Favorite Things. And I list for you all the common things that I paint with. And those are the things that you hear me talk about as well on my page here, okay? So I say we get started. So you guys know what to do. You just clean it, you know, and then you go ahead and you grab a brush and go bananas. It's really that easy, okay? This somehow feels like when I put the first brush stroke down, I don't know what it is, but it just feels so awesome. You guys feeling that awesomeness with me? And I'm just taking my shabby chip brush, which is what I love to paint with when I'm, you know, doing these sorts of projects where I want it to be shabby distressed. Because what happens is, because it's a harder bristle, it actually allows peekaboos to come through of that brownie frowny, right? Now I'm definitely gonna wanna cancel out this whole section that says bread. I think it said bread before, right? I'm pretty sure it did. Not anymore. We'll have to put something on here. I have something in mind. So yeah, but this just opens up. You guys know about these, they just open up and close. Let me just take a poll. Who has had a bread box? Who has a bread box? Which one of those categories do you fall into? Did you grow up with one on your kitchen counter? I'm curious to know. So I'm gonna paint this with it down, because at the end of the day, that's how it's gonna be displayed, right? I'm not gonna worry about the inside, because this door closes just like you see right here. Now there is a little knob right here on the front, and it's currently in this like ivory off-white color, which if I wanted to, I could take it off. But you know what? I don't have to, and I'm not feeling like I really need to today. So I'm just gonna paint around it and see where it goes to. Sometimes when I see a knob that looks like this, I might think to myself, and you can just, you know, get a Lysol wipe, wipe anything where your brush touches the rest of the knob. It's no big deal. It's pretty easy. I'm gonna turn the knob, but there is a screw in it, so if I really wanted to, I could take it out. Not today though, not today. I am that person. I will paint around a handle. I don't care. Love me, hate me, I am what I am. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna clean off that little bit of red paint right there that I can see. You probably can't see it. And but yeah, Lysol wipes work perfect for if you have any paint drops, drips, that sort of thing, and you just kind of want to, you know, clean it up. So what's everybody up to? You used to have a bread box growing up? Yeah, right? Tracy says you had one for years. Oh my goodness, bread boxes are so fun, because I mean, a lot of times you find them looking brown, right? And then you put some color on them, and it can make like whatever your accent color is for your kitchen. Let's let that side dry right there. And but yeah, I'm definitely thinking like maybe some black with it. What do you guys think? What do you think? So I tend to go with, like, if I used a brown, like a candy bar brown with this, it would definitely feel more rustic. But I'm gonna add, I think, a little bit of black to this red and really make it, it's probably gonna be like more like primitive kind of feel. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I mean when I say primitive? That's when you get like the reds and the cranberries and the Liberty blues and those gorgeous colors. Gorgeous colors. So I'm curious, what would you classify your paint style as? Do tell, let me know. For me, I'm definitely a shabby distressed person. But you could be more like country. You could be more like romantic country, or definitely more rustic. You know, maybe you like to have more nature items in with your stuff, or you could be, oh man, there's so many colors and designs that you can do. But if somebody had to ask you, what's your style? What would you say? All right. Kind of leaning out over the edge. Let me just make sure I got that right. So I like my lines to be really nice with my shabby chip brush. So sometimes I get the paint down, and then what I'll do is I'll go back over the paint while I still have time, just to align everything up that gives me that nice professional paint job that I like. All right, let's go ahead and put some on the edge over there. Got to do the top. Got to do the sides. Where's Matt when you need him? When he's usually the one telling me you missed a spot. You know, gonna have to rely on you guys today, right? It's gonna be hard. He's gonna miss telling me that I missed a spot. I know. It's a gorgeous day here in Pennsylvania. I mean, gorgeous. Like gorgeous fall day. Still really warm as well. Even when I went to Canada, I was really surprised at how warm the temperatures were up there. I don't know, in my mind I was thinking get ready for winter. Ooh, like it. But Mother Nature was kind on me, gentle on me. I like that. All right, guys, now I'm just going to go ahead and dry it with my heat gun, because I always say it's no fun for you when you have to watch paint dry. What's that?
It keeps interrupting.
Let's see here. You got a wooden bread box to paint? Nice. Just adding a little bit of this. Oh, a bread box. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, you can find a lot of them like at thrift stores and stuff. I just clean them up. Way to go. Beautiful. I've also seen like, if you ever looked on Pinterest for like just ways other people have repurposed bread boxes, sometimes they will like drill holes in the back, and then what happens is it becomes like a little caddy for like your countertop, where everybody goes ahead and puts their, their cell phones, and it becomes like a charging station. So you drill the holes through the back, that way you can feed the cords from the plug-in, and then from there, you pull this open, and that's kind of like where all the phones are stored, or they're docked every night, or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you just keep, Facebook's being weird today, huh? I'm sorry, guys. It sounds like Facebook is kind of freezing and unfreezing today. Hopefully it'll clear itself up here in just a little bit. All right, we're drying. So I'm gonna do some distressing on this piece as well. It's warm over there in Ohio. Nice. Oh, shabby gothic. I like that. That's Diane, right? I just saw that message come up. I like it. Whatever floats your boat at the time. I gotta tell you, that is so true. I'm so glad that you said that, because I believe that your home should be what makes you happy and not what makes somebody else is happy, right? So if you decorate something and somebody says you painted that color, listen, friends, if that makes you happy, then that was the right color. Because last time I checked, they don't have to live at your house, right? So even like when it comes to Pinterest and stuff like that, a lot of those photos are staged. They're not real life. They're moving the dirty socks out of the way, and they're making sure that the couch is just perfectly where it needs to be, and all those sorts of things. And, we see like what's called highlight reels. But I think your house should be comfortable. So when you're watching late night Netflix movies, you can get all comfortable. I'm just going to put an extra, probably a little bit layered extra paint to cover over the front there. And that'll be good, right? It's still hot there? Yeah. Yep. Trying to remind myself, don't say, Sonia, you're ready for it to cool down, because we know what happens when the cool down happens. You know what I'm saying, right? Then it'll be winter. I said the W word. Yep. And we'll all be wishing that it was warmer. So this can't make us happy, I think fall is definitely my favorite season, though. Winter comes easier if I decide to like really go outside and just embrace the snow. I find those winters fly by. I've spent some winters in the past where I had time to do like some skiing and things like that. And when you are like available to like just basically play in the snow and have fun, then that is when your season just goes so much faster than when you're waiting for it to pass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me too. All right, so this is pretty much dry. So if you're joining me lately, I say pretty much dry because I'm a girl who likes to distress. Not being distressed, just likes to distress. So when I dry things, I let them go probably like 95%, because I distress with my sand blocks. You can get these online as well, the same ones I use. And by the way, I do have a vlog over on YouTube where I talk about, how I reuse my blocks and why over and over again, and how I make use of them, because I collect these. But I do it till it's dry to like probably like 95, 98%, because I like it when I do a little bit of wet distress with my dry distress. What that means is the paint is just a little bit tacky in some parts, and I can live with that, right? Because it gives me some extra beautiful just distress marks, right? They make them a little bit different. So I'm going to go over this. This is a little bit tacky right here in the front. That's okay. So I'm going to go over it again. So any red lovers out there? Anybody who's like, oh yeah, red, bring it on. All right, I gotta basically get this nice and smooth right here because it was still a little bit wet. And my ideal look is this red word is completely covered. There we go. Nice light coat. Because really thinking I might need a stencil there. If you were me, would you put a stencil on here? And I know that some of you guys are going to say no, but if you follow me, you probably know that I'm Stencil Sonia. Can't help myself. Just can't help myself. My kitchen has red accents. Ooh. You just wait, girl. We're just getting started. Yeah. Me too. Life's too short for everything to be white. I mean, you can go through periods of that, but I think that I keep coming back to color. Or do a whitewash, palette wall, and then have a gorgeous teal buffet in the same room as it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty awesome too. All right, let me dry this. I'm gonna speed it up with the heat gun. You don't need it. If you're doing this yourself, just know that you do not need to do this part. But I'm doing it because it will be no fun for you guys to really watch this happen, right? Still a little bit tacky right there. I'm gonna let that cool down now. So we'll work on the sides where that's cooling down. The heat gun gets up to 1200 degrees. Okay? Be careful it doesn't bubble your paint. It will do that if you hold it in a space for too long. Sometimes it can be a good thing. Sometimes you want a little extra something distressing. You know what I'm saying? Great way to get a different look. Favorite color was red. Aw, that's awesome, Linda. Isn't it funny how, like, sometimes we associate people with colors? Anybody else associate people with smells? True story. I mean in a good way. I'm sure there are people in a bad way. But, when you just smell certain things that make you think of, like, home or a time of your life. I kid you not, like, I've always been somebody who loves tart warmers. And there are just certain smells that take me back to, like, when I had my first apartment. You know what I'm saying? Just take you back to that time when, it could transport you back, and before you know it, you're thinking about stuff again that you haven't thought about in years. Okay, I'm happy with that. I am really happy with that. What do you guys think so far? Look good? Does it look good? All right. So now is the part, if we're going to add a stencil, that we're going to add it right now. All right, so here is what we do. You guys ready? So I pulled this out of my stencil book. This guy here that I hold all my stencils in. You can get it over on my link for my favorite tools. It's 15 bucks. I will kid you not, one of the best investments of my life. My stencil book. Because you can pay for stencils like this for $2.99, and then you can preserve them, or use a 40% off coupon, and then preserve them in your stencil book and use $2.99 over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that maybe I go with some black on here. I'm feeling really rustic, shabby country. So I'm gonna pull out my black velvet. So my window's open here, guys. I got a window on both sides of me, and I kid you not, I had to like open the window just so I could feel like I've got a breeze coming through. All right, I'm gonna turn this on the side so we can see what we're doing here together. So what's gonna happen is this rooster right here is gonna be a focal point. Can you see it? Now, you can use some painter's tape. Use like quick release or clean release painter's tape. And there's some really nice brands out there. And what that does is you can tape it down, like I could put tape on here. I did that a lot when I painted kitchen cabinets, use painter's tape. And just to help you out when you do that sort of thing. I'm just gonna hold it and eyeball it up at this point, but you can tape it on if you want. I tend to do what's called finger acrobatics, okay? That's where I kind of like hold it down with my fingers because I've done a few of these. So now over here you can see I'm putting some of our paint onto the brush. I pull it off to the side, get low on my black velvet, but there's still a lot down there. Good to the last drop. One of the things I think you guys will like about our paint is that I make it the consistency that I like to paint with as a shabby painter for 10 years, and it allows me to do some beautiful faux finishes and stencils on my pieces without bleed through. And so less is more, so go with a nice light coat. I'm using a shabby chip brush, and now I'm going all in one direction, okay, over my stencil. So this is a good tip. If you want to do a stencil that looks distressed, use your shabby chip brush. Now make sure you brush all in the same direction, okay? Because what it looks like when it's done is this gorgeous, faded, distressed look. And I cannot wait. And I like to make sure that, to make sure that people can recognize what this is going to be, that I like to hit my edges. Like I really like to make sure my edges are hit. And that way people can go, okay, it's faded, but it's definitely a rooster. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's get his tail. Here we go. I'm gonna move my fingers. This is where it gets a little bit more, complicated. Relationship complicated with this rooster. Just make sure he doesn't move to the best of your ability. I mean, if he does, you know what? Nobody died. Just go ahead and put it back. You could always, if you ever have bleed through or your stencil shifted, just take some of that paint and paint the edges. Nobody will ever know it happened, right? If you feel the shift happening. All right, you guys ready? I think this is gonna be one mighty fine rooster. All right, I'm happy with that. Making sure we got his comb up here, all the edges. All right, shall we do the honors together? This is always the fun part. Woohoo! Look at that, guys. $2.99, a bread box that you could definitely find at a thrift store for a few bucks. Maybe you already have one. And then a little bit of awesomeness of paint, right? The power of paint. All right, somebody asked me if I'm gonna wash my stencil. What do you think? Will I wash this stencil? Heck no, I'm low maintenance. This is gonna dry, lay flat, dry, and go back into my stencil book. And I love it because, to be quite honest with you, what happens with our chalky style paint is it builds up on my stencils and it really helps them stay nice and firm. Like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Banana Bunch. You guys are awesome. You are the best banana bunch ever. I was singing the Gwen Stefani. I think it's Gwen Stefani, right? Kate, is it Gwen Stefani? Yes? Or was that Adam that said that? Was that Adam?
Yeah.
Oh my, he knows. Poor Adam. He's subjected to me singing around the shop. And so I was singing, I forget what I was singing about today.
Bananas.
Bananas. Yes. So as an example, I forget what I was talking about, but like it would be like, oh, let me move this so I don't burn my stencil. It would be like, this bread box is bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. And so anyway, I think I scarred poor Adam, but I'm just thinking that's a fitting song. What do you guys think, right? So now what I'm gonna do is grab a little bit up here of this stencil right here that I have. And I never have to make use of the entire thing, right? Yes, Banana Bunch. Of the entire thing, I can just use parts. So maybe if I just need dots someday, I can just totally use those, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and use this part of it because you see how this rooster points this way? I'm gonna put something up here as well that kind of like completes the corner on here. So he's looking that way, I'm gonna do this way. I don't wanna put it over here because it's gonna feel a little bit awkward, but I'm gonna take one of these, like, I don't know what is on here, some sort of leaves, and let's come in close and do this together. So let me picture where I will put this. So if you get stencils that have designs, sometimes you might not know how you're going to use them. And then a little bit later down the road, you figure it out, right? Is this perfect for your kitchen? Yes. All right. So now let's take a little bit more of the black velvet, which is our true black. True black. Not true love, true black. All right, I like that right there. I could put a few dots over here too if I really, really want, but maybe I'll just leave that right there. I think I'll just take that part of the stencil. And boom, you like it? So if you can't, like if you're not good at drawing and that sort of thing, just get yourself some stencils and it's gonna tell you. Don't break the bank and then keep them in your storage book. Thank you, Joanne. Appreciate that. Yes, for those of you who are sharing, as I conclude, I'm definitely going to give away $20 in banana bucks. You guys know we love the DIY here throughout the week and have some fun. All right, so speaking of having some fun, I think what I'm gonna do now real quick is just make sure I do a quick distress of Mr. Rooster here. All right. And now, okay, so here's the deal. I've got some black going on here. I've got a little bit of the brown showing through. That is the actual color of it, and black up here. So now I like to balance things out, right? And this is what we affectionately call around Junk Monkey the eyeliner effect, okay? Kate's very big into makeup, and she's like, she was watching me one day, and she's like, basically what you're doing looks like, you know, when I put eyeliner on, and it is so true. So ever since then, I've said, we call this the eyeliner effect here at the Junk Monkey, okay? Because I couldn't call it anything better. It's what I used to call my edging. But yeah, it's the eyeliner. We're gonna put a little bit of like a little va-va-voom. So let me just go ahead and make sure I get the tips of my brush here nice and pointy. Because what I wanna do is just put my brush on an angle and darken the edges, right? Because you know things that tatter and tear and just age over time, it's the edges that go first, right? We could work on putting a ton of distressing in here, but would this realistically have a ton of distressing in here? No, it's probably gonna be the edges, right? And so a way to make your piece look more realistic and professional is when you do the distressing in the right spots, or in this case, we're faking distressing, right? We're adding paint to make it look like the edges were distressed. So this is always a fun way to do it. But if you ever like do distressing, and you ever see like a piece distressed and it looks like leopard spots, and it just doesn't look right to your eye, it's because the painter needed to put some distressing in what would have been the authentic places versus the center of things. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have a little bit in there, but you know, we really want to draw the eye to the edges. And if you have a piece that just has really cool edges, like in terms of giving you like all these beveled layers and stuff, why not play them up, right? And your piece will then not look like one big box. People are gonna see that it's all divided into all these cute little wooden pieces. So I have to tell you, we have a whole load of furniture coming, and we're gonna be doing some furniture here because I've gotta get ready for Fort Ligonier days. I'm gonna have so much furniture to paint. So I'm excited because if you really wanna see me get into some furniture, yeah, starting next week, and we'll probably do like every day a piece of furniture because I have probably about, I'm gonna guess about maybe 15 pieces, and you know, I need to get them all done, and they're hutches and dressers and all kinds of stuff. So if you really want to get in and watch me do some bigger pieces, this is going to be a great time because it really doesn't have to be hard. I'm just taking my time. This is the paint, very big part of it, right, where you can just have fun and do your own edging and do as much as you want. And now I'm going to go ahead and dry it. Matches your kitchen? Well, then you have a gorgeous kitchen. But yeah, this was just a brownie frowny bread box turned all rooster and gorgeous. So you can put whatever you want on here, right? Imagine if you love mermaids, and you know, I don't know anybody who would love mermaids, but imagine if you would love mermaids and your kitchen had teal into it or beautiful greens into it, and you had this brownie frowny box, painted a beautiful ocean color, blue color, stencil a mermaid on it, you know, stencil on, you know, some seaweed or bubbles or something like that. And now you have a really cool, something that makes your house cozy, right? The kitchen now is going to look so much nicer. Bye-bye, brownie frowny. All right, and let's try. So that's, you know, that's pretty much it for this piece, right? I don't worry about the inside. If I want to, I could put some monkey shine on the inside and just kind of, it's already been cleaned, but I could really go over the inside, which I probably will do as well, and probably put some monkey shine, you know, in the little holes where this thing, this drawer pulls down, that sort of thing. That way it will really nice and move freely. It'll be all cleaned inside. And the last thing I have to do, honestly, is just seal it. And I'm just gonna use some monkey shine on it because it's, you know, it's already done in distress style, and the wax is gonna really suck into all that wood. Let's watch it together. This is the fun part, guys. This is where something that's brownie frowny, just old outdated, nobody loves anymore, gets to have a big old, you know, cool drink of water. And I know when I get to that rooster, it's gonna be amazing because he's gonna pop right off of here. Anybody else get excited for this part? It's like, my work is done. now I get to seal. So when you seal, it's like basically you've done the faux effects that you want to do with it, right? You've made it look the way you want to look at it, and now you take the picture. You snap the little button on the camera, and there's two ways to seal. You could seal with the wax, like I'm doing, the oil wax finish, all natural, beeswax into it. It's awesome, awesome even for your skin. And the other way to go, if you had a surface that was really high traffic, is you could use our what's called banana peel. Just like peel over a banana, it protects your surface. And not only does it suck in, but it also provides like an outer layer. So if you go onto my vlog on YouTube, I want to say 2 weeks ago, I did a vlog on, okay, what is the difference between wax and poly, and when do I seal with what? So I think that will really help probably some people out there too. All right, ready? Let's get this side done over here. Oh, I love that. So I have plenty of time to work with my wax. I don't have to worry about it going all pasty because our wax doesn't do that. It's so rich that it gives me plenty of time to circle back around and do my buff. You guys see that? Can you see the difference? Like, is that not bee's knees? Is that not the bee's knees? Ooh, I love it. All right, let's get that other side over here. So, if it was one of you who left this bread box for me outside my shop door, number one, that's so awesome. But number two, you ain't getting it back. All right, it's mine now. It is mine now. All right, somebody will own it though. But thank you so much for donating it to my shop. It is a great project to just kind of demonstrate on, and it will be for sale in my shop, and I'm sure somebody will come in and love it. So what I'm doing now is just taking one of my white buffing cloths. These are on our website as well, junkmonkeypaint.com, and they're tightly woven. They're made for just this. These are branded in the industry as being what's called better than cheesecloth, and they're used for waxing and buffing, okay? Because you need something that's going to be tightly woven to be able to pick up any of that, that oil finish that's on the outside, because you want your piece when it's done to feel nice and smooth and dry. So when you do this, turn it over, grab a new spot, you know what I'm saying? And keep on going from there. Anybody have any questions for me as I finish up? And we're gonna holler at a winner, right? Thank you. I love this color too. This is our red apple. I think it's beautiful. Kate, you got a winner for me?
Yeah.
I think the cops are coming for you, Kate. Do you hear that? You better run now, girl. Get a head start.
I set off those fire alarms.
Holy moly.
Sorry.
You're so hot.
I know.
Okay, thank you. Ah, too funny. All right. All right. And guys, by the way, there is a new vlog up tonight that is uploading right now on YouTube, and so if you want to go over and check that out tonight, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, because there's also extra behind-the-scenes goodness here at the Junk Monkey. If you just want to hang out, right? If you want to put up with me a little bit longer and just hang out over there. So go check that out. And guys, I think I'm done. I am calling it done. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Yes. Awesome. All right, let's see here. The monkey shine is awesome. You'll love that. There you go. Yes, all the products that we designed is what I would never put anything out there to share with you guys who are my creative friends that I would not paint with myself. And so obviously me as a painter came first before all the products, and it's just been really fun to be able to design and put together products that you can do amazing things with, right? And now we have this gorgeous, I mean, look how nice that is. Oh my gosh, I I'm like in love with this piece. I really, really like it. So yeah, but you can just do some just amazing things. And guys, if you're painting with Junk Monkey, I started a page, and it's called Junk Monkey Paint Projects on Facebook. Yes, we own it. It's our group. And there is like right close, if not today, we didn't turn 3,000 painters over there. So go ahead and give it a like, and you can just see, because if you're inspired by this, if you could see the stuff that people are painting with over there every single day, like right now, I'm sure that we could probably come up with a statistic and say right now, so while you're sleeping, 100 people are junk monkeying projects. And I kid you not, every morning I wake up and it's just amazing what I get to see over there. So yay! All right, so the winner of today is, can you see that? Can you see that right there? Charlene, is it Grider? Grider, Charlene, Charlene. If you are with us, girl, Kate has lovingly picked your name for hanging out and having some fun with us. All you have to do is just email us at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com before midnight Eastern Standard Time to collect $20 in banana bucks. You're here! Yay! Congratulations. All right, guys. So thank you for joining me. Hopefully you're feeling inspired. Listen, if you can't paint the kitchen walls, if you're, just can't take on a big project right now, I promise you, turning something brownie-frowny to beautiful will make you smile, okay? And just when you thought you had to upgrade or get something new, you know what? Just love what you got and throw some Junk Monkey paint on it. There you go. All right, guys, I will see you guys here again tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. I can't wait. We'll find something else to paint. Bye.